renegade master. This guy. What's up, y'all? Name's Dan Edge. I am a wandering adventurer. Lately, I've been wandering through this giant labyrinthine forest called mental illness. And it's another crazy day, man. It's another crazy day. Like, so last night I slept from 7 p.m. until midnight. And then I woke up and I was wide awake at midnight. So, I ate something else and I stayed up for 8 hours. And then I went back to sleep at 8 a.m. So I got up at 12 a.m., got up at 8, stayed up 8 hours, and then I slept again until 11:30. And after I got up, had a couple cups of coffee, and it was getting to be Xanax o'clock. Generally, we'll take one half of one in the morning, so I did that. And then, I've had these CBD gummies that I've showed them on here before. I just got another bottle of them because they work so well that they help make me feel comfortable. Because the thing that sucks the most is when you're uncomfortable and you have anxiety and there's no way to distract yourself. That's part of what Twitch does for me and playing games and all that stuff, watching TV. I'm just trying to escape for the moment because my life involves a lot of suffering, And CBD gummies help me to not suffer. And it also helps me, I think, because I don't need to take as many of the Xanax. I would rather, I'm trying to keep it to a half a Xanax in the morning, a half a Xanax in the afternoon. And then if necessary, a half a Xanax, another half. I'm allotted 2 a day. But if I could keep it down under 1.5 a day, that'd be great. Even under 1, I think it's possible. Anyway, so this stuff, I got it from the corner gas station. This is 2,500 milligrams, but I'm sure that's in the whole jar. But it doesn't do it to me every time. But this morning, the only thing I had was a half of an Ativan and one of those CBD gummies. And then I started feeling really weird all of a sudden, and it felt like an anxiety attack, but really I was scared of what Jesus. I was scared of what was happening to me because I was getting high, and I did not expect. I mean, I have no reason to be stoned as fuck right now. I thought CBD wasn't supposed to get you high at all. I mean, that's not why I'm taking it. I just want to be comfortable, I mean, I don't mind feeling high sometimes, but if I'm not expecting it and I don't know why, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? For real. So, and that's been, I can't remember, see what time it is. It's 3 o'clock now. So, like I said, I got up at 11:30. So I guess I started feeling really stoned at I don't know, maybe 1:30. I can't remember. But I got real confused when it first happened. I went and talked to my stepfather. I told him, I don't know what's going on with me, but I need to not go anywhere. Like if that's one of the things that my folks help me with. Like if I'm because when you're in a really manic mindset, you can make poor decisions, especially I mean even just the decision to get into the car and drive up to the store to get something. When I'm in a certain kind of condition, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. It's not safe. And because I forget things, my memory's gotten a little bit spotty through this transition I'm going through. I won't remember. So I'll tell my folks too. I was like, I just took, another half of Xanax, so they know. So because if I forget, then I can go ask them. Did I tell you that I took one? So, but really no. I mean, getting high off the CBD, it was unexpected and it frightened me, a little bit. So my heart rate went up a little bit, but then I noticed, it was kind of like when I lost my power to speak when I was at work, which is kind of the thing that kickstarted all this off. I told him when I started to be able to speak, this is not an anxiety attack. I knew it had something to do with the medication and cycling. So if I have a severe anxiety attack, my blood pressure gets so high, my heart rate gets so high, it's dangerous. And I belong in the emergency room in that situation, but that's not what was happening. And that's not what is happening today. I mean, may, and there's so many factors. Like I took, I don't use kratom a lot, but kratom doesn't help me sleep, but green Mangdao kratom helps me get comfortable, kind of like CBD gummies do. I hadn't taken any kratom today, but I have the past few days. I take a spoonful every, you know, one a day, maybe some one or two, something like that. But it's not like I'm using it like crazy. I know that if I was going to cut out any of the stuff that I'm taking, kratom would be the first thing, simply because it's untested. And it does in the long term. I've noticed if I, especially if I take too much of it, it'll make me anxious the next day. You get kind of a hangover from it. So I guess that's something you can build up a tolerance to as well. I'm just trying not to lean too heavily on my benzos. So, man, sometimes you get lucky, and somebody comes to join you pretty quick. That happened a few days ago, but yesterday, and maybe it has to do with the time that I'm doing it too, because I'm not consistent. I'm not on the schedule. It's like whenever my brain's working well enough to fucking do it, that's when I do it. So, um, so I don't know. Yeah, but yesterday I didn't get a lot of, I didn't get, I don't remember if I got any visitors at all. Although I say that, but my memory's so fucked up. I realized it was Monday today. I was like, how did that happen? I lost a day somewhere. I asked my step because we had the family over for dinner last night. And I ended up going, like I said, I went to sleep at 7 p.m. So I just kind of made an appearance and said, hey, got some food, walked into my little cave, and then fell asleep. Because I had slept 0 hours the night before last. Um, I guess it was really, I got up at midnight, and I really, I got onto Twitch, was trying to make new connections, and I started fucking with this dude, Doc Martian. He's got, look up his, it's Doc Martian, and then something DAK. Um, I don't know that he followed me, but I can find him. Let me see. Dak. Is it Dak Martian 5? I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I'll put it in chat. So yeah, can I put an @ sign? Does that help? No matches. Okay. Anyway, that guy right there, he's streaming all night. I think he did a 12-hour stream. But I went in there and was chatting him up through the chat a little bit. Because I found him because I looked for keywords mental health and rap in the same category. Look for streamers that had those tags and that were just chatting. He came up. That's how I found him. And a bunch of just cool as shit people in his room. He's a real open-minded dude, and he gets real excited. It's really a good. It's an awesome community that he's got. But we just vibe so well. Like when I was chatting with him, when I was talking to him, he was like, "Hey man, why don't you get on Discord and we'll talk about this live?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do that." So I went to his Discord. I was just trying to re-listen. I haven't re-listened to the whole conversation, but I think I bet we spoke for over an hour. We had a little two-man show going on, just discussing, mental health and some other deeply sort of philosophical topics. He's a really really smart guy, and really street smart too. He seems like he's done a lot of self education, um, which is the same for me. I mean, even though I have I have a 4-year degree in philosophy, the the most my primary source of education is my own analytical, voracious mind. I and when I'm in a sort of manic, if I'm in an up state, then I'm gonna be reading and writing in large quantities, both of them. And that's another thing about Twitch that really works for me is that because my part of my mental illness is that I struggle with verbal communication. And that it may not sound like it right now, but that's because I just slept for a while. I just went for a run. But if you watch me for any period of time on here, I'll have to stop and meditate. And when my mind starts to get taxed, then you might hear me talking like this and not looking at the camera, because when I go slow like this, it helps me maintain my my mental stamina when it comes to verbal communication. But anyway, the thing when that reminds me, I need to just make sure I do that as my default setting, because I worked in sales for so much of my life, and I make my living talking to people. So I have a really good ability to put on different masks, to put on a happy face, to put on a whatever I need to do. And then I can see I just need to remind myself that I give myself permission to communicate in a way that's most comfortable for me. You know, I was telling Doc Martian this yesterday. I spent so much energy and time, especially spiritual and mental fuel, packaging my communication to make it for the benefit of the listener. But if I want to protect my own mental health, I have to make sure that I'm communicating in a way that is most comfortable for me. I mean, if I want to engage with the community, that just sounds, I hate it that it sounds a little bit like, oh, I'm really demanding. But, from my perspective, it's something that I have to do. Because I used to go through, I mean, I have videotapes and stuff of what happens to me when my mind gets overloaded. I can have an anxiety attack. I can lose my capability of speaking completely, and lose my ability to comprehend others speaking. And that, even though now it's been a couple of weeks or so since I've been on this new medication, so had plenty of time to work its way around my body, and I'm still like this. So it's not a temporary side effect, I don't think. And this has happened last time too in 2019. It lasted. The thing that changed, it wasn't that my symptoms lightened up. It's I learned how to manage them better. I learned back in 2019. I'm still learning how to conserve my intellectual energy and to funnel it into a productive venture. Um, And so that's why, a lot of the primary work that I'm having to do is it's mental, psychological. I'm really putting everything I have right now into creating a daily routine for myself that optimizes my chances to function while I'm suffering from a crippling mental illness. And that is something that I am very grateful for, and I really believe is true. Even though there are parts of me that are disabled, there are other parts of me that are very gifted. So, if I can figure out a way to interact with other people, to make some money, if I'm able to figure out a way to do that is comfortable for me to do, because nobody likes, there's chores and all that shit that nobody likes to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, how I'm going to live day to day while I'm in this condition. And once I figure that out, and really start executing the plan, which I've been doing, not with 100% consistency, but I've been to the gym. I went for a run today. I went for a run yesterday. Um, I'm taking my medications. So, I gotta take care of me. And part of that process too involves getting help, which I still have not done yet. I feel like, I mean, I've got a MRI set up, but I, there was the group. Can't remember. I've opened up my email. I want to say it's Thrive, but I think I was wrong about the last, because I was thinking it was somebody else initially. Okay, here's this guy. GRASP. That's right, GRASP. GRASP. Whatever acronym that means. So I'm in touch with those guys, and so I still got them sort of on the hook as far as somebody to help me. But I got a call this morning while I was sleeping from some South Carolina Department of Health or something, and a state level organization that I don't remember calling them, but I made so many calls last week. But apparently somebody from Autism Speaks had referred me to them, and we had a nice little conversation. But the gist of the conversation was, I can't help you. I can't do anything to help you. That's and that's how she sort of ended the call. Was like, I wish there was something I could do to help you. I believed her. She was sincere. She wishes there was somebody, or wishes she could do something, but she can't. It's okay. I don't. I mean, it's just dotting I's and crossing T's, right? I mean, that particular path was a dead end, but there's a lot of other pathways that are open, which I need to put a little bit of work into that today, because, like I say, when I discovered that it was Monday a few hours ago, I was like, what the fuck happened? So Monday, that's the day I can do some work. I can be writing emails. I can be making calls. I didn't expect to get stoned off my ass for no reason on CBD gummies in the beginning of the day. I mean, what the fuck is up with that? What's up with that? I'm telling you. And that just to me is further evidence to the case that there's something different going on with my brain chemistry, because they put me on so many different medications, and I would look at the side effects, I would look at what the drugs are supposed to do to you, and that my body reacted in a different way. Uh, I mean, a significant portion of the time they put me on a new med, it gave me that difficulty that I have with speaking. Okay. You know what? What I'm going to do once I get to affiliate status, and I get to where people can spend channel points. One of those channel points, just like hydrate is important. But one of those things needs to be slow down. Stand, slow down. Posture check, yeah. Drink some water, check. Slowing, keeping it on the slow roll. That's what I have to do if I want to continue to engage with people in this format. So, yeah, I gotta say, I visited a lot of different streamers. Like, I spend about half my time on Twitch streaming, and the other half participating in other people's chats. Oh, and I see there's somebody on Curious J _ she's the bomb. I can put her on the that's her right there. I'm gonna I don't know why it's having trouble loading her. Let me say hello to her. I'm just gonna say hello to her. I got your volume. All right, hang on. I'm gonna turn the microphone on.
Streaming right now. So are you streaming too?
Yeah. See, and I just I don't know how this is gonna work.
You streamed. What the hell?
So I had your volume.
You can't hear me. Okay. Watch
No, I turned
it.
to
Watch it.
Dan Kingdom.
He's like, what the fuck is she on about?
What are you talking
Right,
about?
okay. If you stand up and stretch your arms to the sides like a cross, the length from one finger to the other.
What are you talking about?
Is that all the height?
What is?
Is that all the height I am?
What are you talking about, Jay?
That's really sad. Dan, I have this written down. I've been waiting on you to come on. Dan,
Okay.
Kingdom, Dan, Kingdom. Have you watched Kingdom?
Oh
If you
yes.
haven't, watch it. It's UFC. It's mixed martial arts TV show. Nick
Yes.
Jonas.
Yes,
I know
I've
you think
seen
he's not a good
Kingdom.
actor. He's
That shit
very
is the
good.
bomb. I
It's
never
on
thought about
Netflix,
pulling
it's going
somebody
on
else up while I
Starz,
was
that's on
doing this
Netflix.
too.
I
I
thought
wonder
of you.
how
I
the
was like, I
recording
watched
treats it.
Kingdom. And I was like, oh, like I was reading a list of stuff I'd watched. And I was like, I need to tell Dan. I forgot I watched this. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, manifest. And I was like, Dan, come in.
Yeah, this is a little bit
Here you
weird. I don't
are.
know how it's going to work out to have us both like this.
That
That's
can't
so
be.
awesome.
Yeah, if I turned that light off, I would have nothing. Are you joking? My lights are up here, and they face my bed.
Yeah, so I'm this chick right here in this community.
Zombie Annie.
She's
Zombie
so
Annie
cool,
is
man.
my bag. No.
No.
I mean Killen. Killen. It's a bit name. I mean Kingdom, the mixed martial arts thing. Is that really all the height I am?
Kingdom
That
is
can't
a
be all the height I am, Killen.
zombie show.
That can't be.
I gotta look this up
That
now.
really,
She's trying to say
can't be all the
Kingdom
height I
is American drama series. I could have sworn Kingdom was a Netflix series that oh, this is different. Oh, okay. Another.
No, I mean Kingdom. Is this right? Hang on a second. No. Hang on.
Yeah, there's a Netflix zombie show called Kingdom.
No, Kingdom on Netflix. It's just called Kingdom, Dan. It's about mixed martial arts, but UFC. If you haven't seen it, there you go. Watch it.
I'm gonna.
Good. There are expectations, but it's usually, I mean, there are people with long legs.
So I'm gonna leave.
I mean, I am small. I don't know if I could. Can you guys see how small I would be if I moved this way? That's bad. I'm going to remeasure myself because I feel like I thought I was 5'8".
Alright, so
I had
I'm
this
gonna
discussion on here one day, and me and my mum were out, and I measured
mute
myself,
her.
and I was 5'4".
I don't know if you can even hear her sound. I'm gonna have to.
I've been telling everyone I'm 5'8" from I was like 13.
Whatever. But I'm gonna mute her, and but yeah, she's great. I've spent spent hours messing with her the other day. She's her community of people is so cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at some other people. Milano chick, I hung out with her. Queen Lily, Sweet Anita. Sweet Anita has 0 viewers right now. that's funny. But yeah, I spent a lot of time. Oh, Beat Cleaver, that's the guy. I got to put this in here too. You got to check this guy out. I told Jay I was going to stay in there, but here I'm going to start going to Beat. But this guy's really cool. That's what I said. Sup, dude? I'm streaming, and saw you were on, so I'm plugging you to my 0 viewers.
0 viewers.
I still don't.
Okay. How do you mean? Thank you for the ban, Rise. I'd appreciate that. Fuck the bots. Unless they're working for the ship.
This guy does. I hope people out there in Twitchland can hear this, because he's just fucking awesome. He's pretty cool. He's a good guy. I'm gonna go back into. You know what? I guess I should do is put it back on my page.
You sit Longhurst, so you probably choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on Curious J for now. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I guess I did just do it. Son of a bitch. Now let me go back to. I'll go back there later. Yeah, I really feel like I'm making friends, like the Doc Martin. Now I want to write down the Curious J _ is the. Oh, I guess they don't see the chat. Oh no, but I guess if you're watching it after the fact, you can see that. She's Curious J _ and Beat _ Cleaver. He's the other guy. Man, if you haven't seen these guys, go check them out. Beat Cleaver does a lot of beatboxing. He's the guy that upped my beatbox game immediately just by showing me. I mean, that's not how I beatbox, but it's just a different skill set. He knows how to do a lot of different stuff. That's really cool. Man, I feel like this. I bought this shirt when I was a little bit smaller. So now, I mean, it's like, I think this is a large, but I think I've given up on being large. I'm an XL, baby. Fucking extra plus size. Not for long though. Not for long. I lost 10 pounds in the past couple weeks, and although what's crazy is I thought you were supposed to weigh the least the first time when you get up in the morning. So yesterday I weighed myself, and I think I came in at 194.5, but I'd been down to 192.5 at one point, or 193 or whatever. So I gained a little bit of weight. And some of that might be that because with, like I've said before, the medications that I'm taking, they make you pee. Particularly the blood pressure medicine. That's how it works. It gets water out of your system, and that lowers your blood pressure. So that's why I really need that that affiliate tag, so I can get people to come in here and remind me I'm supposed to drink water. Because I'll forget that shit, dude. I'll forget it. Man, I don't even know how I let this happen, but I've just about run out of vape juice, and that doesn't work for me. I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes. I don't know. I guess I'll go. Like when I was feeling so fucking stoned earlier, I would have felt not safe to drive. I told my folks, I was like, I don't need to be going anywhere. I'm fucked up. That's so weird that I've spent so much of my time and my energy throughout my life getting access to illicit substances. I put so much work into doing that at different times. But I put so much work in doing that. I apply myself to, and you know what? I just lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere with that. I was telling Doc Marshall yesterday. It's like, whatever it is, I can feel it in my head. I'm in the zone, man. I'm in the vibe. I'm speaking my truth and all this shit. I'm about to drop a truth bomb on y'all, and that's what I think in my head. That's what I'm about to do. You're not gonna know what's coming from this, right? So I'll start off. 30 seconds later, squirrel? What? What the fuck were we talking about? I have no idea. That's the same kind of game as where's my keys and where's my vape, where's my cell phone. There's my sunglasses. I swear to God, more than 50% of the time that I'm looking for my sunglasses, they're right there. They're right there. And I'll be looking all over like a maniac, like an insane person, looking underneath the couch, looking at all this shit. Looks right here. So, what I said with my with my old headset, the one I swapped this out for something else. I had gotten one where there's one that goes in each ear. It's two separate devices. I kept fucking losing them. One of them at least. And one time I couldn't find one, and I found one of them. It was in my ear, but because it wasn't playing any music, I didn't remember it was there. Oh man. So life's interesting, right? Life is very interesting. Let me go back to Maine. I guess we go back to Maine. That's me. I forgot I didn't have Curious Jay up there. Anyway, I'll go by and visit her later because she stays on for a little while. I think the title of her show, Curious J _ I'll just call her J, I guess. The title of J was something like Irish girl spouts nonsense for 4 hours. That's what she called it. It was great. Oh, I talked to her about doing a collab where we get on together and get on a Discord together and do a 2-for-1 thing. Rapping. I told her because she says she can rap, but she's got social anxiety about it, like she couldn't do it on camera. I was like, you can do it. You can do it with me. I was trying to get come do the the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song with me. That's fun. It's easy, She said, I don't know if I can do it. I'm like, yeah, you can do it. I'll be here with you. I'll be here with you, and I'll do it. Oh, this is great. I know I've said this over and over, but I love the Twitch community because it's not that hard to find your people. You can find them pretty easy. And then once you found them, they just it adds so much to your life. Even the little things like Doc Martian, Doc Martian 5. He calls me Unc and Uncle Edge because I'm I'm about 10, 12 years older than him or something like that. I think he said maybe he was 25. I'm 42. So I can't remember exactly how old he said he was, but he calls me Uncle Edge. We chatted for an hour, over an hour, late last night. During that, I think it was in between midnight and 8 a.m. because I was up during that stretch. Man, that just so fucks up your perception of days if you are up for, I stayed up for almost 24 hours. Well, no, not quite 24. Well, yeah, I stayed up for 24 hours. And then I slept for, like I say, from 7 to midnight. So that's 5 hours. That's up for 5 hours. And then I got up and did a bunch of shit. Had coffee. I thought I was up for the day. Then I was like, if I can get some more sleep, I need to. So I slept again for another 3.5 hours or so. Then ate a CBD gummy and got stoned. That's the story of my day. And you know what? I didn't even think about, let's see what time it is. I don't know. I could hit an afternoon class, gym class. Probably need to go and do that. Go up to a UFC gym. I did go for a little run today, but I didn't. My feet are kind of a little bit fragile. Because I've got a birth defect in my feet, and I worry about injuring it running too hard. And I hate running anyway. Fuck. That's why I use the elliptical. But I ran yesterday too, but just running around the block a couple times for me, that doesn't do enough. I got to go tire my muscles out, get sore. That's really what I have to do in order to have a normal. I bet you if I had gone up to the gym and just lifted weights or done calisthenics or whatever for an hour, if I work out for about an hour, not even, I mean, even 45 minutes, you can get a really, really good workout in 45 minutes, especially if you're doing your cardio separate, at some other time, or you're also doing stuff. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? We got a visitor. You got done dealing with negative people, huh? Well, ain't nothing but positivity up in this motherfucker. I say that, but that's actually not really true, because I talk about a lot of shit that brings me down, and I talk about some dark shit too. But talk about mental health in a voice chat. You said you have to keep it privately. No one cares. In it. Okay. Well, it's that what I've been doing when I try to find people. I'm looking for people that have just chatting that's tagged with mental health, so that most, even if that's not directly what they're talking about, that's something they're in that mindset of fucking idiots in this world. There can be. I mean, part of it is there's some people that just, especially in the case of mental health, you know, like people that don't get what I'm going through. I don't judge them for that. I mean, how are you really gonna, like, something I've said? How do you explain the concept of green to a blind man? You just, it's a it's something you either have the capacity to detect that, to sense that, or you don't. So, you know, there are certain kinds of experiences, and this is especially true with mental illness or mental health, if you want to give it the positive. Positive. I'm not thinking. I'm talking about mental illness because I'm fucking ill. Ill communication up in this bitch. But yeah, I mean, and that's why a lot of people that have mental health issues, they feel really lonely, because it's not very often that you find somebody you can really relate to. You know? And well, at Flaming Delta, do you stream? Let's see if I can find you. Okay. Well, here, I'll add you as a friend, and then let me see. Yeah, that's just. I guess I'll have to look you up in the Twitchverse here. See if I can't find you. No results found. Flaming Delta 11. Huh. Is that it then? Flaming Delta 11. That's what it is, right? Flaming Delta 11. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you are not on you're not on streaming. I guess. Or tell me what I'm tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, it is. You are on there? How the fuck did I, or were you talking about something else? Whatever. You'll clarify. You'll clarify. How'd you find me, Flaming Death? How did you find your way in here? You know what? I don't know if you can see, but I'm gonna, like, I was just plugging a couple of other streamers that I really, really vibed with. Doc Martian. Doc Martian. Or no, and yeah, Dark Martian 5. Or Doc Martian 5. That dude right there. Curious J and underscore and Beat Cleaver. Those names right there. I mean, there's a bunch of other ones. There's a bunch of other ones too, but these are all people that have mental health tagged on their, if they're just chatting or whatever it is, they've got mental health tagged on their stream. So, so yeah, I mean, they're aware of it. They're open to it. Actually, I got onto Doc Martian. I guess it was about a week ago I found him and chilled with him for a little bit and chat. But I really, when I talked to him in between, I went to sleep at last night. I don't know if you heard this, Flaming Death, but oh, I'm down to one viewer again, so he's gone. I just wanted to, or maybe you're still there. I don't know. Or am I on your? No, I'm on my page. I think that one viewer is me. Are you still here? Yeah, you'll let me know if you are. But anyway, in case you are there, yeah, I did a little collab with Doc Martian last night. He got together on Discord, so we were live streaming together. I wasn't streaming, but he was. So that's pretty cool. Got to make a little guest appearance. But that's something I hadn't really thought about all that much. But something I definitely would love to do is to do some collaborations. He's Curious Jay. She's such a sweetheart. She's such a pure-hearted little creature, and she's got the benefit of being super cute and Irish, and sometimes now I don't really. She says a lot of people, a lot of like say Americans, won't be able to understand her because her accent is pretty thick. But I understand her good. Spend a little time with her. You can find. But she just gets so excited. And she's such a sweetheart, and she's so receptive to the way I like to be. Which I just like to throw love at people. I mean, and I do like sometimes I bring a downer into the mix because I've got this really challenging mental illness that causes me to suffer a lot. And as I've indicated before, I've made recordings of the anxiety. I mean, before I started doing this. When I said I felt high from the CBD gummies, I was doing this for hours. So that's why I went for a run. I tried to walk, and even then, while I was walking, my hands were doing this, and it's just, side effect of the medication, something it brings out in me that was already there. I have no idea, but like I had mentioned on a previous stream, one of the people I've been in contact with at Thrive, I think. I keep forgetting the name of it. Grasp. That's what it is. I keep wanting to call it Thrive, but it's Grasp is the name of the organization. And the guy from there, he suggested I had something that I can't remember the term for it. I could look it up again, but basically means it's people that have a certain side effect to psychotics, antipsychotics. And I raised the question to him. The drugs I'm taking, I don't think they are antipsychotics. And the other thing is that I've gotten the same symptom set from a bunch of different medications, and I've also had those symptoms when I wasn't on any medication. So I don't think this is a medication-specific problem. And he brought up Parkinson's disease too as a possibility. So I need to look into that a little bit closer. But I've known a couple people, and I've looked a little bit into it, and I don't think it's Parkinson's disease. And besides that, Parkinson's disease, neither one of those things explains the autistic savantism like symptoms that I have. It doesn't explain why, for whatever reason, my verbal communication processing center is crippled, but then my ability to read and write and research and input data explodes. That's not a symptom of Parkinson's disease. That's a symptom of savantism. And of course, I keep saying I want to get this looked at and tested under controlled conditions. I've said this before. I'm totally open to the possibility that I'm just bipolar. This is a delusion. Something like that. Now, my language problem's definitely not a delusion, but I'm pretty close to feeling the same way about my sporadic genius. I know what it's like to be inside this mind. When I came up with a plan to get myself some help, I knew it was going to work. I knew it was going to work. I've done this a million times. Give me a puzzle to solve, and I'll make that thing my bitch. For real. Especially if there's metrics involved. If we're focusing on certain KPIs, key performance indicators. When I decide to apply my brain, which my brain has pretty much already figured out how to get big on Twitch. I've already figured out how to do that, but I haven't written it down an outline yet. But the shape of the idea, that problem, my mind has been working on that problem in the background, whether I know it or not. I happen to be, I'm aware of it because I do think about it consciously. But as with so many other things, I don't have to think about something in my focal awareness to put the pieces of the puzzle together. My brain does that for me. I mean, and like I say, synesthesia is a thing, and I've looked into it, and I'll have to look into it again. But it seemed to me that the way that I file things and stuff, it's not really that similar to, like there's a guy who. The number 265 or something like that. He has a unique shape in his mind that represents that number. This is a guy who's talented being able to make mathematical calculations in his head extraordinarily fast, and he does this by manipulating the shapes of his mind. He's a synesthete. And I've read about a couple different people like that, but they're so rare, and they kind of are different from each other. I really don't know. And that right now is the bottom line. I really don't know what's wrong with me. But, and I'm not somebody that can claim 100% certainty on anything. That's not very scientific view. But 99.99999999999%, I am sure that just bipolar, high anxiety, and ADHD, that's not a complete diagnosis for me. That doesn't explain everything that's going on with me. It really doesn't. So, but that's why people talking about fight to self-advocate, raise awareness. That's what I'm doing. How the fuck did 47 minutes go by? I've been streaming for 47 minutes. That's crazy, man. Time just fucking flies. I'm about to run out of this vape. I need to go up to the vape store. It's going to drive me crazy if I run out of vape. I have a pack of cigarettes. I got some American Spirits, but I've been trying to not fuck with that, Gotta have my vape. Yeah, it makes it harder to work out. I'm going to quit eventually. I'm not going to let myself feel bad about it right now. I deserve a little break. Deserve a little creature comfort. So I do every now and again, even though I try to stay on a diet. Every now and again, I'll run up to the corner store and get Reese's Pieces peanut butter ice cream and just fucking destroy the entire little pint of it or whatever. I put it in milk and then makes it all mushy and make it like sort of a little milkshake. It's good as shit. That reminds me, I think I want to go get one. I gotta go do a couple things. I gotta pick up I think it's payday, so I gotta go pick up my money from work, my former job that I'm on medical leave from, until I can start talking for a living again, which I fucking can't do. Which is funny though. Twitch does give you the opportunity to basically talk for a living. But the difference with Twitch is I can do it when I want to, when I have the energy. I have the freedom to manage my communication on this platform. If I am in a mode where I can't tolerate spoken language, I can just punch the end stream button. Go watch some other body's stream or play video games or whatever. I'm the one who chooses when and how I'm going to communicate with my community. That's a big special power to have when you're somebody like me. It really is. I'm a little bummed I don't have any little visitors today, except for Flaming Death, who was or Flaming Delta rather. Yeah, Flaming Delta, dealing with negative people. But it's okay. One thing that I do that kind of hurts, I mean, it doesn't really hurt my feelings, but maybe just a little bit, is that, I've got thousands of Facebook friends. One of my last Facebook posts that I said, oh, I'm getting some help. I'm getting some help. It got like 115, 120 likes or something. I've never had a post that's likes so much. You know how many of those people have visited me in the stream? One person. One person. I mean, what I can do, and this is what a lot of people do, is when they're getting started, is ask your friends directly, like, hey, it would really help me out if you could open Twitch, put me on the screen as a viewer, and mute it. Just let it run. That would really help me out. I'm going to do that. Although it'd be funny if I, say I get my mom and my brother and one of my friends. So I get 3 people. And then I've got myself viewing. So I got 4 viewers. But the only one that's doing anything is me. That would be so fucking weird. Just people having it running in the background. But, I read a little bit about how to get a Twitch stream started. And that's a piece of advice they gave. Get your friends and family to come up in there as viewers. So, might seem a little bit dishonest, but I don't think it's dishonesty. It's just playing the game. They give you the capability to do that. Why not do it? Although I did read somebody else that if you're up on somebody's screen and you're less than 20% volume, then it doesn't count or something like that. I'm not sure. That's what she said. I could look it up. Whatever. So where are we at now? 52 minutes. I'm kind of coming down off of the CBD high, which makes no fucking sense. But while I got my wits about me, I do need to go up to the store. I need to get a new pair of sunglasses because this one, the inside piece of it broke and scratching my nose. So I gotta have, and maybe get some better sunglasses that cover like all of my eyes. And gotta go get my paycheck. My last paycheck. I guess it's gonna be my last paycheck. And I honestly don't know how many hours because I can't. I think it was the 15th or something. I think it's been the 15th. So it's been exactly 2 weeks to the day. Yeah. 2 weeks to the day that I fell out. When I was at work, stopped being able to talk. So, yeah, I think while there's a little bit of sunlight left out there, it's almost 4 p.m. I need to go get some of this shit done. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it a wrap for a minute, and then I'll be back. Not too long. So I love you guys.